Let's go. I got big dreams, I'ma do big things. Yeah, you see me on the big screen looking so clean. I don't move slow, I move fast, right past anybody taking life for granted, yeah, that's too bad. I'd be grateful for everything that I have. You only got...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about what does it take to be Homelander. If you don't know who Homelander is, you're going to find out today. This man is basically the evil version of Superman, but he is awesome. He's a great actor. He shows no mercy in the films. It's just, if you haven't watched The Boys yet, check it out. It's a really good show, but we're not here to talk about that right now. Right now, we're going to talk about what it takes to be Homelander. We're going to talk about his nutrition and his workout routine and how I feel about it. And let's just get right into it and see what he says. And hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's do it. Alrighty. So we're going to just watch a couple of clips here, and let's just see what he does on a regular basis. And hopefully this helps some of you guys out if you want to be a Homelander. Here we go.
As a general rule, I go for proteins, fats, anything green, veggies, cruciferous vegetables. I don't eat a hell of a lot of carbohydrates. I'm not afraid of carbohydrates, but if I do, it tends to be vegetable carbs as opposed to pastas and breads. I just find that the inflammation in my body is reduced by a diet that is just mainly fats and proteins and veggies. And a lot of avocado. A lot of avocado. Avocado is a superfood, as is broccoli. So broccoli and avocado are my go-tos.
Alright, so I'm loving the way he starts off this is by saying, like, he enjoys carbs, and he enjoys more vegetable carbs, filling carbs, whole food types carbs. That's going to keep him feeling good and healthy. Now, he's saying he's not afraid of carbs, so he does and most likely will eat a little bit of everything, but he just chooses not his carb choice is not bread. He usually chooses vegetables and things like that, which is great. It shows that he does have a good balance with food. And obviously the basics, he start right away with the protein and the fat sources. So right now, from the beginning of this, it seems like he has a pretty good idea of having a decent balance with life and his nutrition, and it doesn't seem like he's struggling there. So he's off to a great start. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's get back to it. Oh, donuts.
I tend to avoid junk food as much as possible, although there is, I'm not gonna brand name it, but there is one pizza joint started up by a nameless celebrity who makes the best gluten-free pizza I've ever had. Not that I'm a pizza aficionado, Americans. In the off season, I'm much less conscious of shape and more conscious of, like, you know, what's going on internally and trying to stay healthy. Once we're starting to get towards the season and I've got to get back into that spandex suit, my little spandy friend, I actually have to start considering a lot more what I'm eating. It would look like some scrambled eggs, maybe a piece of toast, sourdough, and some avocado in the morning. I do like making up a big bowl of crudité, I believe they're called. That sounds like a jet. Anyway, chopped vegetables and hummus with some more protein, a chicken breast or something for lunch. In the evening, try and keep it pretty light, so more chicken probably, because my go.
Alright guys, I'm gonna stop this real quick here. So he kind of which all actors do, kind of what bodybuilders do, and maybe other athletes as well, which they do. In the off season, we kind of lean off, not be as strict, give ourselves a little more freedom, treat ourselves better, not be so guilty on eating the snacks and things like that. As you see, he does enjoy a good pizza. He said he's not crazy over it, but it's definitely something he enjoys, and I think he does deserve it for his hard work, and he's obviously keeping up with himself, so you gotta have that balance there and let yourself enjoy it. And obviously he does this for a living, so there's a reason he has an off season and an on season, and when it's time to get serious, he has to stricken down his diet a little bit just to make sure he's looking good and he's wearing that suit and he's playing his role the best of his ability and he's feeling 100% confident. So, guys, you can take a lot from this. So far, he has a really good idea of balance and self control as well. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and continue and then keep this rolling. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing here.
Go to his chicken. I sound like I'm working for a poultry factory, but I try and eat clean and lean through the week, but weekends, it's a little more anything goes, and I am a fan of burgers. I have a huge problem with burgers. Saturday night is me couch burgers. Go-to snacks? God, I'm gonna sound like a typical actor. Like almonds, nuts, fresh fruit, things like that. God, I'm so dull. Oh, I should make something up, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Alrighty, this is actually interesting. So a lot of people do this method. I think it can work for some people, but a lot of my clients I learn who have eating disorder issues or they're just struggling with food, having that balance between eating some of the foods you like and not going overboard with it. For him, it seems like he goes strict during the week and then kind of anything goes during the weekend, which I love a good burger and fry. I eat that twice a week myself, and I'm still able to lose weight and still make progress in the gym as well. So I'm not going to knock him over the burger and fry. I think it's an absolutely great choice. What I also like there is that he, for snacks, which is very surprising because that wouldn't really work for me unless I have it planned in my day. Like if I'm on the anything goes diet on the weekends, I will eat anything, like anything bad. Like I'm not going to sit there and eat almonds and avocados and things like that. I will probably eat like a candy bar and things like that. Like I'm one of those people that when I do anything go, it's anything go. So for guys who are kind of like me, what I suggest is maybe twice out the week, plan a day where your carbs are a little higher, where you eat burger and fry or pasta and pizza, and then put some of your favorite snacks on there as like chips or maybe ice cream sandwich or something that's going to help you get by through your diet. And also like put a little healthy things on there like a yogurt parfait or an apple, banana, things like that. Or almond butter, those type of things that's going to make you happy and help you continue your diet and go back to your little bit more not stricter foods, but more of the healthier food items during the week. But at least like maybe once or twice a week, I suggest having like 2 high carb days. That really does help me out and just keeps me satisfied so I can keep going on with my diet. But the anything goes method, it has worked for me, but it's not, I can get results easy that way, but it's something I can't stick to. Eventually, I will break and I will keep it up for a couple of days. So for me, I just like to have those high carb days like twice a week. And I don't even call them cheat days. I just say high carb days. And it's just foods that I really do enjoy or that just helps me feel fulfilling. So, I do like his approach of having the healthy snacks and stuff, which that's just what he likes. So that's pretty cool. And then with the just eating whatever he wants, if that works for him, that's great. But most people, they can't handle that. But he looks great and he's keeping it up over these years. As you see, he's always ready for his next role in The Boys. So it looks like it's working for him. So that's great. But it doesn't work for everybody. So just keep that in mind. If you want to look like Homelander, does not mean you have to do everything Homelander does. Alrighty, let's get back into it. It looks like we're about to talk about the workouts here, what he's doing. I'm interested in this, seeing what he does.
In terms of exercise, I try and balance it out. Like I do some weights, but more than anything now, it's about staying uninjured. Yoga has been incorporated into my weekly routine 3 or 4 times a week. I do weights. I got a gym out the back of my house. One of the problems that that I've found is that in this industry we travel so much. I have a little TRX and some bands that come with me everywhere I go. There's always a door frame or somewhere that I can get a workout in. If not, I'll go to push-ups and sit-ups. If I'm gonna do weight training, then I'll probably have some good, healthy fats or carbs beforehand, a bit of protein afterwards. I don't over-exaggerate the intake of food because I'm not trying to gain any massive size at this point. Dave Bautista's around, so they can find a big guy if they want to. They're not gonna go to me.
Alrighty, I love that he said that. So one of the cool things that he said here is he's pretty much just working out to maintain. He's not trying to get bigger. He's just trying to keep up with himself and stay injury free, which is great. Which is which is what most people should be trying to attain. But the problem is most people are not at that point yet, just because they're completely overweight or they have so many injuries or other health conditions. And it'd be nice to get to that point where you can just maintain and be happy where you at. I do love that he packs a TRX and bands. I do the same thing as well when I travel, just because you never know if there's going to be a gym where you at, or even if you want to have the ability to be able to run where you're going. So it's good to pack a TRX and a band, because there's always going to be a door to anchor to somewhere. So I think that's awesome. His pre-workout, it seems like for him, it's more fatty foods that helps give him energy. For me personally, I like to fast before a workout if I'm doing like CrossFit training and stuff like that, because I'm not really trying to get maximum strength, so I'm not worrying about the risk of losing muscle, but I still do want to build muscle. Now, if I'm competing for bodybuilding, I want to make sure I'm getting enough nutrition to get me through the workout, and then maybe something between or something before I do cardio, so I'm not losing muscle. My goal is to make sure I'm not losing muscle when I'm doing bodybuilding. Same as powerlifting. I want to eat a big amount of. I want to eat a big meal like an hour or two before I train, because it just makes me feel stronger during the lift. So it just depends what you're doing. Like what's your goal, what sport you're doing. That all depends on what you're going to take in before or after your workout. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so this next part here, he's just talking about a role that made him like really push himself in his diet where he had again in like his best shape. So let's see what he has to say.
My eating habits have had to be drastically changed for two things in particular. One was the boys, because of the nature of the suits. They're very form-fitting, so I have to keep myself almost exactly the same shape for the entire 7-8 months of the shoot. I'm pretty sure that they would let me know if anything was starting to show through my spandex. Doing Banshee which is a show I did a while back, there was so much stunt work. I had to really stay in shape for that. In fact, that's probably the healthiest I've ever been, I think, because we had personal trainers coming in, and the requirement there was like a really high level of fitness, and actually was really enjoyable with a great supportive team around you. Homelander's cheat meal. Milkshakes, burgers with extra thick buns, and then maybe, what do you guys call them? We call them like a curler, frosty cone, whatever. It's basically like milk and pig fat washed down with another thick, creamy milkshake. Craft services in New Zealand is relatively basic. There is food there, but it's not like craft services in America. And what I have learned is that if you go to the craft service table too many times a day, your body shape changes in a matter of days. Being that I look at myself in the mirror so much, I noticed the handles coming up. The volume of food that's available on set in America is incredible. I walked in and I was like, wow, this is like a junk food buffet. I avoid the craft services table. I think that's good advice to anyone in the industry.
Hey, I think that was some good advice for everybody. I agree with him. So, cheat meals, like you say, he just named all the junk foods there, ice cream, burgers, and fries, and all that stuff like that. I would suggest if you are somebody who's trying to stay fit and healthy and have that food balance with your everyday life, I wouldn't use the word cheat meal just because it just, I don't know, something about that word drives people crazy where they're like, oh, I need a cheat meal, I need a cheat meal, can't wait till cheat meal. And then when you get that cheat meal, you just go off the rails. So I do suggest just either try to include some of those foods in your plan, or work with a nutrition coach that can help you out, me, and get you on track. If you are having like ice creams and things like that, try to keep it like once every while, or not too many times in a week, maybe once a week or so. If you're doing family events and things like that, I do think it's important to enjoy that time with your family, enjoy the foods you're eating, and as long as you're on track with everything else, it's not going to set you back too much. My golden rule is try not to get set back more than 5 pounds, because I can bounce right back. That's like easy. I can just knock that right back off. But once you start going past 5 pounds, that's when things are starting to get a little tough, and it kills your motivation as well. So just try not to get past 5 pounds, and you should be great. And I love this advice on the little um, big food catering table for actors and things like that. He noticed like his body starts changing in a way he did not like, and he probably didn't have good self control with those foods, so he just avoids it altogether, which is smart. If you feel yourself not having control with certain foods, just avoid it, and then hopefully one day you can slowly implement it into your meal plan, and then you will start to be able to have better self control with it. But yeah, if you just gonna eat it all, avoid it, throw it out of my. Just you don't need it. It's just lock it up in cabinets, or just don't bring it in the house. Out of sight, out of mind. All right, let's keep this going.
I think the hardest thing for me is combining the diet and the training together to work in sync, because balance for me is a monthly thing, it's not a daily thing. The toughest diet I've ever done for a role would have been preparing for season 1 for the boys, getting into that spandex, maintaining the exact same shape for 6-7 months. That was tricky. I have no thoughts on Vegemite. I am a Marmite fan. I'm not going to say anything bad about Vegemite because I don't want to get sued by Vegemite. But Marmite. Pasta. I'm a sucker for pasta. Spaghetti bolognese. If I could eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be either burgers or spaghetti bolognese. Go-to comfort food, either burgers or pasta. When it comes to those two foods, I don't have an off switch. I'm one of those people that instead of, if I'm gonna have a burger, I order 3 because I'm not sure which one I want, and I'm like, I'll just eat one. And they're all gone within an hour. Secret to a really
Alrighty, alright. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. People who do have those cheat weekends, they end up going overboard and doing too much. I do love that some of his good foods are pasta and burgers. Those are two foods that I do eat. I eat pasta once a week, burgers and fries twice a week, that help keep me on my diet. I only need one burger to satisfy me. I used to need like 2, but now I'm good with just one. Um, Obviously, from the video, those burgers are pretty huge. I don't think he's eating burgers that big. Now, if he is, then maybe he should hire me as a nutrition coach, and I can help him stay on track. But I I just doubt he's eating burgers that big. But what he was saying was he has no self control. It's like he wants all the tastes, and he ends up eating them all. So he just said it. He has no control of the burger and pasta. So that's those things that you got to slowly implement into your diet throughout the week, and it's going to help you create overall health and balance with your nutrition. And he also struggled with nutrition and workout, balancing that out. You pretty much want to sit with a trainer or a nutrition coach or a fitness coach and figure out what is your goals, what foods you should be eating to get to your goals, and then go from there. Um, it's kind of easy to figure out for most people, but for him, he seems like he's struggling with it, so he needs to come talk to me. Alrighty, let's go ahead and continue this video.
Really good protein shake for me is a tablespoon of peanut butter, just to give it a little bit more texture, a little thickness, a little sweetening without being over the top, and also you know that you're getting good healthy fats. I would go for a really nice eye fillet steak, definitely from New Zealand. Assuming I've had a date lately. Last meal I cooked for a date. Actually, I was quite proud of myself. I made a mashed kumara, it's Japanese sweet potato, we call it kumara in New Zealand, with a rack of lamb, oven roasted, and a red wine reduction on top, with some baby carrots roasted as well. And it worked really well. I was super impressed because I'm not a cook. Yeah, I think bed is probably my favorite place to eat. There's nothing better. Is to put on some kind of junky movie, maybe a superhero movie. Not that they're junky, but they're just easy to digest. I love those pea snacks, the wasabi ranch flavor, and some Diet Coke. That, for me, in bed, oof, heaven. Thank you for having me, Men's Health. Talk about my diet and exercise.
Alrighty, guys. So, once again, I love the choices he chooses for snacks here and there, peas and things like that. I'll probably go with a different route myself, maybe like rice cakes or parfaits or almond butter or some type of fruit, bananas and things like that sort. But I do love his choices. I think they're very good and smart choices. Now, with eating in bed, you guys are fine. You can eat in bed. Don't worry about it. You'll still look like Homelander. The diet pop, I think it's great. I do diet pop a couple times a week. The flavor is just helps me stay on my plan. Like freaking Diet Dr Pepper, tastes like freaking candy. Or there's like two different diet root beers. I love them. I love the root beer float. The taste, the aftertaste is just crazy. But these are things that can help you stay on your plan. So you got to figure out some little small foods and things like that and switch it up. Don't be afraid of diet pop. It will help you stay on track and help you reach your goals. So guys, appreciate you guys coming to the channel. If you do want to look like Homelander, you just seen the video what to do to become the next evil villain, I guess, and take over the world. But anyways, tune in for the next video. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you guys do need help with coaching, visit me at joeysfitnessworld.com or DM me on Instagram at joeysfitnessworld, and I'd love to help you guys out. Keep hard at it. Stay on your nutrition, stay on your workouts, and enjoy life. Keep that balance in your life and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.